abdomen and on the legs. So on the legs, it's for anyone with edema. So anybody who has a water fluid retention in their legs.
Ooh, would you do this and then compression?
Uh-huh.
Right.
But
Would you do all of this and then compression? Because then you kind of like...
So when you're doing a fat freeze, I would throw them into compression, vibration plate, and then whole body to boost their metabolism.
Yeah, we gotta get a vibration
So that's,
plate, too.
I've
I
thought
read
this
that, too.
through from an integrated standpoint and
Yeah.
developed it with the Italians, so it's something that we're not cannibalizing anything, but you're enhancing it. So you want them to associate the tightening of the skin with this machine.
Right.
And if they do it integrated as part of this, that's not gonna be such a laborious chore. They're coming in for a bigger package. Then
Well-
maybe you get people into more usage of the whole.
What I found just in our practice was you can do localized fat reduction, but it's always enhanced if you do a whole body first.
That's right.
100%, because it just boosts the metabolism and it gets your brown fat conversion and all that. So yeah.
So you have compression and the little vibration plate, so it helps to get the whole lymphatic system
Yeah, it
moving.
moves different.
And then throw them in. Yeah, that's the sequence. But drainage on the abdomen or on the arms is for women who've had breast cancer surgery and had their lymph nodes removed. They have problems with fluid buildup in here, and it helps to relieve the pressure. Neck, arms, and abdomen.
So that's lymphedema. You can use it for
Yes.
lymphedema.
You can use it for lymphedema,
Okay.
yes.
I think those sequences are something that we could market
For
very
sure.
effectively.
Yeah.
And then if you get one of these packages, then you can do whatever.
Get the
do
free
this
cryo.
Do this sequence.
Yeah.
It's like
You
the
know, is
Tony
there a-
Robbins cocktail. We
Yeah.
can make different cocktails.
And it
Yeah.
was a cocktail.
Perfect.
No,
okay.
it's the way to go.
Yeah.
Then when you get to the hip, you have fat removal, definition, and slimming. So it's a little more limited because it's, you're usually dealing with a smaller area in here. I mean, you're really dealing from here to here. You can do the whole hip and the back, any fat that's in here at the same time. Just have them lay on their side and do the treatment. And then when you go to the legs, you're bringing in the cellulite factor as well too. So you have edematous, which is the beginning stages, fibrotic, which is the most common, and then sclerotic, which is the deep-pitted painful. I treat everybody at sclerotic. I just go to this
Yeah,
because
why
it's
not?
colder and it's longer. Why not? Now, when you're doing a fat freeze treatment on the body,
Oh, I did that. I'm so sorry.
the motion is back and forth, slowly pushing and pulling. You don't need to have your hand working it, unless you're a massage therapist, it's against the law anyway. So you're working it nice and slow, and I'm gonna show you how to do it today with the proper sequence, proper time to get this optimize the cold. You
So you
focus
don't
on,
have to push with your other hand there.
the Italians laugh their ass off when they see that.
No, I mean, the one sample I did was with Krauskin,
Mhm.
and that's what they were saying, is that you have to push it in. And I was saying, it didn't make any sense that you had to do that.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. Because their times are shorter and the temperatures are warmer.
Uh-huh.
See, when you go into Krauskin, there's no differentiation between man and woman.
Yeah.
It's just one thing, and they only have 4 functions on, this is on 2.0, slimming, toning, facelift, anti-age facial, and double chin.
Yeah.
It's very limited architecture. Even on 3.0, 4.0, it isn't as extensive as this architecture, because they're our clients, we make it for them.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no way Pagani's gonna let the French have something that's equal to what they've got.
Yeah.
It's a French-Italian thing.
There's
But
no love
those are-
lost.
They don't like the French. No one really likes the French.
Anyway, so this first, for the difference too with where you notice on the stomach, you go hot to extended cold to hot. Where you're doing cellulite, it starts with cold, and then you're going back to heat. That helps to facilitate the fluid removal in the area as well too. And then you're going to heat at the end, okay? The other thing that's new on here that we haven't spoken about, again, drainage is for anyone with edema, so you can see the legs, and you can see the difference in the leg after a treatment before they leave. They'll have to urinate before you finish the treatment most times.
Wow.
That would be a definite effect.
There's another, it just depends on the degree of edema. The other thing when you're treating for edema
Is
on
there any
the legs.
danger with that? Because I mean, some people, you know, they have, I mean, it's like they're crippled by it.
Mhm.
Is there any, like, because you wouldn't want to, like, move that fluid maybe too quickly? Or there's no danger?
No, there's no danger with it.
Okay.
There's no danger. The thing too is that you wanna follow the lymphatic system. So when you're doing it, you're gonna do the back of the leg and the front of the leg. That's where the lymphatic system, and you always
Okay.
push up. Okay, so you can do the first half of it here, then move it up.
Okay.
Okay. And then, you get to the butt, same thing, everything's involved here. The difference is most women have cellulite, the heaviest pocket is like from here to here. I tend to see that's the heaviest concentration. So what you'll do is you're gonna treat this, but then when you come up on the butt, it's a softer muscle, softer tissue. The glutes are softer than the hamstring area. And when you come, you're gonna push up and push up, so you have a lifting effect at the same time. So my wife thinks she's the butt lift specialist. So she.
Sounds like an Instagram.
Right.
Betsy
The
butt
butt lift
Betsy-
specialist.
Betsy the butt doctor. So this was a woman in Destin, Florida, 44 years old, worked out, kept herself in pretty good shape, but she had some cellulite. So she did one cellulite treatment on her, and then she did a toning session where she was pushing up, but she also worked the crease here, back and forth this way to get it cold, and then it was all up on the lifting of the butt. That was 2 hours later.
Whoa.
Now, it's gonna droop
Whoa.
if you don't keep it,
Oh, yeah.
but that's, and I have these photos for you guys.
But I'd rather do this than, like,
I showed you
exercise
this
every
one.
day. You know, like.
Yeah.
I did have a question on the legs
Wow.
really quick. There was a
Yeah.
muscle relaxing.
Yes.
Kind of like, so is that?
Oh,
is that
sorry.
someone is.
Yes, you're right.
Sores
Sorry,
or
I
arthritis.
skimmed off of it. That is for tight hamstrings, quads, and glutes and calves.
Sold.
So you're working it hard though. It's just like you have to push pretty hard when you do it.
Okay.
So I did a med spa in Coral Gables. I let the doctor do the first treatment on one leg, and then I did it the right way on the other leg. And the one leg was still hard as a rock, and the other was like butter, softened right up.
Wow.
On someone's calves. She thought she had edema. I said, "You don't have edema. You got it's like a rock here."
Yeah. You just
Was it, so is that inflammation? What is that then?
That's
What
just from
is-
standing on her feet all the time, and it's inflammation. Yes,
Right.
it's all inflammation based.
Wow.
So you see, on Muscle Relax, it's a different sequence. It's a 5-step process. Well, I didn't mean to go that
There
far
we
with that.
go.
So, see, it's actually, no, it's a 3-step process on the leg, which is the one that's 5-step again. Oh, I hit fat freeze instead of Muscle Relax. I'm pretty sure it's 5 steps. Yes, 1 of 5. So it's 3 minutes at 39, 2 minutes at 7, 3 at 39, 2 at 6.
So that one's
And then
going hot,
4:39.
cold, hot, cold.
Yep. And it's that transition between the two that creates the effect.
That's awesome.
The arms, you have everything as well here too, because there are women that get cellulite in the back of their arms. The other thing too is when you're doing an arm treatment, you want to have somebody show you what exists here, if it's hanging, if there's fat in it, or if it's just loose tissue will determine the type of treatment that you employ. When you treat the arm, you want to come up to the bicep, okay, on both sides. So you want to have the lifting and pulling effect. You don't have to treat the bicep. You might want to treat this from a toning standpoint, but the bicep tends to not lose that fat and develop fat in it or anything. It's more in the tricep area. The other thing is that when you work it, you probably want to put the person, instead of having the person hold their arm like this, you want to put it up on a bolster. And so if you're working the left side here, you're going to have it up on a bolster here to work it. And then you'll switch them down, their head down to the other end and work the other side. Or you move the table out. But I think it's easier for this room to have it situated this way. And when you go to the
Is
back,
table okay for these treatments too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's fine. I mean, an esthetician's chair, an esthetician's table is always the best thing, but you can raise or lower. But this works fine.
We're getting
90% of my
Those are
clients,
coming.
90% of my
Did
clients
you
use
order one
this.
for me? Okay, and
It
it's.
should be here really soon.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
that's-
I
that's
wasn't sure whether, because, there's.
That's
I got
optimal.
5.
And the
You
reason
got 5
why,
of them?
you got 5.
I got 2 for here, 2 for Colleen, and 1 for you.
Oh, okay,
I think
perfect.
she wanted 2. Yeah.
What you want to do is make sure that when you're doing your treatment with these aesthetics chairs is that you're minimizing your reach. Because you don't wanna have neck, shoulder, arm
Right,
pain.
make it more
Does it
ergonomic.
have,
So you wanna
like,
be as close
accessories
as you
and all
can
that
to
stuff,
get.
too?
It's like it goes up and down, it's hydraulic, but electrically.
And it's not like this table?
It has the arms.
Is
It's
it a chair? Is it a chair?
reticulating.
Is it a
Yeah,
chair?
it's like a chair.
It's a white chair,
It's a white chair.
it's the best thing you can have.
Yeah.
Best thing you can have. I tell my clients there's one on Amazon just like that. And I tell my clients to get it.
Get
Comes
it.
with a stool and everything.
Yeah.
It's really nice, yeah.
And you can do all the treatments with that chair?
Uh-huh,
Like, not even the stomach treatment?
uh-huh.
Well, yeah,
So you-
because it goes flat here.